Hey, hey everyone. My name is Noelle Kruise. If you don't know me, I'm a presidential diamond under Chad and Jeree Canneller, and I am so excited to be here with you tonight for our Black Diamond Team Zoom. Chad and Jeree are in Texas doing some other things, and they couldn't be with us tonight. But they're all really, really excited to see you guys in less than a week in Florida. So if you guys are going to be in Tampa with them and with me, drop a 1 in the chat because I can't wait to see you guys. And I'm just going to throw this out there right now. If you're there, I'm going to be highly offended if you don't come and grab a photo with me because I want to meet all of you. Okay, so I'm super, super excited. I'm super pumped. We are going to talk about conference in just a couple of minutes because I have some things I really want to share with you, whether you're going to be there or whether you're not going to be there. But I wanted to get just kind of talk to you guys right now about what's working, what you can be doing to build your business, and what you should be doing to lead up to conference, okay? So hopefully you have a pen and a piece of paper. You can grab some notes. But you guys, we still want to be super, super focused on this Feed the Children campaign, okay? The Lose More, Do More campaign, because as a company, our goal is to lose 100,000 pounds, and that means feeding 400,000 kids. I think that is so powerful. And everybody right now is looking to lose weight, right? But not everybody is willing to put the brownie down, even though they're trying to lose weight. But if they know that that extra pound is going to feed 4 kids, they're going to stick with it. And then you know what? You guys, they're going to be talking to their friends about you and your products and your campaign and your gifts back. And it's not only good for your business, it's good for the company as a whole. So it just creates massive momentum. And then as these people are losing, as they're loving their products, you're going to go out and you're going to ask them to do a host a post for you. You're going to ask them to do a referral post because they're going to be loving what they're using. And then they're going to go share their friends, and you're going to end up signing more customers, which boosts your paycheck. So I'm really excited. I know that right now volume is way up from where it was in December. Where's all my leaders out? Y'all know we've been tracking our volume, and volume is up. We're all super, super happy. And if you personally, if it's just you on your team, you're like, my volume isn't up, all that means is that you get to go sign some customers, and that means that your check is going to grow. And it's so simple to do that this time of year. Okay, so let's talk about just a couple of things that are working. I don't know if, okay, so I totally dropped the ball, and I don't know where we're at with the Feed the Children goal. If somebody else could look into that and post it in the chat, that would be amazing, because I would really love to know where we're at. The goal is to lose 100,000 pounds, which will put out 400,000 meals. So if you're thinking that a child's going to get fed twice a day, maybe once at home and then twice through Children's Cup, this is a super, super powerful initiative. So if somebody can put that update in the chat, that would be amazing. Okay, so right now, you guys, I'm just going to be super honest. All I'm doing is business host to post. Why am I doing business host to post? Because when I started this business, and always, I believe in talking to every single person about this business opportunity, because the business opportunity is so phenomenal. And okay, hold on. We have an update. So far, we have 258,878 meals donated. I don't know if that math works. I'm just going to assume that math works. And 64,719 pounds lost. I'm just going to assume that math is right, because I can't do math in my head. That's awesome. Yay. So we've lost almost 65,000 pounds, and we have 35,000 left to lose. That means we hit our goal, but really cool if we would surpass our goal, right? So anyway, keep losing weight, you guys. I know personally I'm trying. I'm cleansing and wrapping and using my greens, my probiotics, and my BFF, all the things, because I'm trying to get smaller for conference 1, and mama's up 7 pounds from the holidays. Just going to say that. So got to take care of some stuff. So now I have weight to lose for the kids. But anyway, I always talk to people about the business, and the reason I talk to them about the business is because worst case scenario, they're going to say, the business isn't a good fit for me. And then you're going to be like, that's okay. Let's look at the products as a customer. okay? You can always downgrade. Now, you can always upgrade from a customer to a distributor, but a lot of people, I personally think it's easier to get somebody signed up as a customer after you've been talking about the business versus the business after you've been talking about a customer. Because if you plant the seeds in their mind, that's what they're going to think about. Okay, so if you're in the position and you're like, I can't talk about the business because I haven't seen any money yet, you're never going to make any money. Just going to throw that out there. You have to be willing to talk about the business and talk about where you're going if you ever want to get there. So when I first started, I literally called my family and my closest friends and I was like, oh my gosh, I found a way to make money from home so I can quit my jobs and be home with Ava full time and bring in an extra $500 for my family. And they were like, what is it? And I was like, I don't know, but you're going to love the products and it's going to be so fun and you should come do it with me. And they joined me because I was like, this is where I'm going. Guys, I had never heard of the company. I had never tried a product. I had never seen a paycheck. And you know what? I hit that $500 goal in my first month. And then I was like, okay, telling everybody, I'm going to make $1,000 a month. And then I hit that goal the next month. And then I was telling everybody, I'm going to get a $10,000 bonus. And that freaked me out, by the way, because I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to promote to Diamond and get a $10,000 bonus. No idea whatsoever. But I just started telling everybody, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. And you guys, people were joining me by the masses because I had vision and I had clear direction on where I was going. That is what you have to have. You have to be excited. If you're not excited, you got to get excited about something. I don't know how you're not excited being in this company. If you're not excited, one of two things or all these things. You're not using the products. You're not using the products and you're not getting results. That's one thing. If you're using the products and you're not getting results, find something else to use. We have so many products. Like if you're like, the coffee's not working for me, try something different. The hair, skin, and nails isn't working for me, try something different. The wraps aren't working for me, try something different. Because in my experience, like about 95% of our products, well, no, probably close to like 99% of our products work amazing for me. I'm trying to think if I have anything that doesn't work amazing for me. Kind of in love with everything that we have, but I know that not everything works for everybody. Okay. So try something different. You have to fall in love with your products because that is this is your brand, right? The other thing is you have to stay plugged in. You have to stay close to the fire. If you are like taking time off and not plugging into the corporate calls and not plugging into these Black Diamond team calls, you're going to feel empty because your cup isn't going to be filled. You guys, my favorite moments during the week are the Tuesday, Thursday morning personal development Zooms with Chad Kneller, Joel Dunn, and Tay Young. So powerful. If you did nothing else in your week besides get on those two Zooms, Tuesday and Thursday morning, nothing, no other personal development whatsoever, that would change your week. That would change your month. That would change your year. They are phenomenal. So if you're not a part of the It Works personal development page, go look for it. You can just search it, It Works Personal Development, and we'll get you added. You can go back, you can watch the replays. This is powerful, life-changing stuff, you guys, and it will fill your cup. And if your cup is empty, there's nothing for you to pour out to other people. But that will fill your cup and you will be encouraged, you will be inspired, you will be motivated, and you're going to get to work and people are going to join you. Okay? So use your products, get results, stay plugged in, get excited, and talk to everybody you know about the business, okay? So personally, I'm doing all business haps, connecting to a ton of people. And this VIP lifestyle page, you guys, like if you guys are loving that page, like just throw some love in the comments because I think like Chad and Jerry set the page up for us, right? Few weeks back, and it is phenomenal. It is like the best third-party tool we've ever had. It is so good, and it's so easy to just take people through that process of exposing them, inviting them to the page, having them watch some videos, and then following up. So let's talk about that page for just a second. When you're talking to somebody, so for instance, let's say I'm talking to somebody from a host to post. I'm going to message them and I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so, thanks for commenting on Stacy's post about working remotely or making money from home or making money as a social media marketer. Have you ever heard of network marketing before? Or are you familiar with network marketing at all? And I love that question because some people have different responses. Some people are like, I think so, maybe a little bit. A lot of people are like, I have no idea, but I'm a really fast learner. Teach me anything. And then some people are like, yeah, that's like a sales scam. And then I'm like, not exactly. And then you get to share your personal blurb. Whether your personal blurb is, I've made $1 million in this business, or I just started and I'm going to be making, remember, we never say I have made, right? We say I'm going to be making an extra $500 so I can cover my groceries for the month. You share your story, right? And your story is the most powerful piece of that conversation, because people are going to listen to you. If you're being vulnerable with them, they will be vulnerable with you. And then you're just going to invite them. If I were to add you to a page and tag you in a couple of videos with some more information, would you check them out? Absolutely. Okay, great. Get them added. Tag them in videos 1, 2, and 3. Or my best recommendation is go through and watch those videos yourselves, you guys. Find out what's in there. Listen, get to know the leaders on this team. We have a ton of flavor in there. We have all different success levels, all different ages, all different backgrounds. And you need to know what's in there so that you can know your prospects and then tag them in a video that's going to relate to them. Okay? I am not going to tag a 65-year-old woman in Eric Bryan's video, right? Because that just wouldn't fit. So you need to know what's in the page, and you can tag them in a video, in whatever video you think would best fit them for their very first exposure video, then tag them in video number 2, and then follow up with them within 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So it's this really simple process, and then where you're gonna come across is most people are gonna be like, yeah, it sounds great, but I don't have any money, okay? Well, guys, one, get a date on their calendar when they're going to get paid. That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is you can use the Klarna app. Klarna is still working for people. And I love this. Mary Lisa shared this with me just this last week. And basically it's a conversation that says, if I could show you a way to get started for as little as $28 today, and then pay an additional $28 every 2 weeks over the next 6 weeks, I think it is, would you be able to get started today? Yes, I can do that. I can't pay $100, but I can pay $28. Like, that is so doable for everyone. And so I love that resource. Now, that's not going to work for everyone. So just know that that's, it's kind of like getting accepted for a credit card. I don't understand why they accept some people and why they don't accept other people, but it's an option. And these people are potential distributors forever. Okay. Once you have a potential distributor, they are always a potential distributor. Okay, so it's literally just your job to follow up, and this page is a huge, huge resource. So this is what I want you guys to do. Conference kickoff is 1 week from today, okay? Literally at this time, this very time, in 7 days, we will all be in a worship service in Tampa. I'm like freaking excited about that. And let me just tell you, like, for those of you who've never been to a conference before, and those of you who are like, I don't really do the worship thing. Okay, it's mandatory for my team. And the only reason I say this is because I tell them they have to be there, and then at the end of conference, they're like, that was my favorite part. Every single time, hands down. Like, that they always say that was my favorite part. Like, nothing beats the night of worship. So if you're thinking about going and leaving, just like force yourself to stay. Like, eat a big dinner before you go in so you're not hungry and you're not distracted, and like stay, you guys, and just absorb that and be in the moment. Like, it is like, if you have been to conference and that was your favorite part, put it in the chat, because I want everybody to see like how powerful worship is at conference. It's phenomenal. So kickoff is in 7 days and less than 24 hours. I don't know what that time frame is, but it's going to be so much fun. So just, you guys, what I want you to do is, before conference kickoff, before 7 p.m. next Thursday, I want you each to have the goal of having 10 new potential distributors minimum added to your hundreds list, because we don't know what's going to be coming out of conference. We don't know if it's $20 kits. We don't know if it's $99 kits with $300 worth of product. We don't know if it's $10,000 diamond bonuses. We don't know. We don't know what's coming out, but you need to be prepared. You need to be organized. Now is your time to get your stuff together, to get organized, to get your list up, to get your connect updated, whatever it is you need to do. This is your time to get your stuff together so that when that ball drops, you're like, boom, I can message everybody. I can talk to everybody about it. So, and that's a really small goal. If you're brand new and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, 10 is your goal. If you've been here for a minute, you guys need to set the bar higher for yourselves. So if you think about 10 new potential distributors, and it's about 1 in 10 will join. If you want 1 person to join your team, then go talk to 10. If you want 10 people to join your team, go talk to 100, okay? So let's get your list long. But like I said, 10 new potential distributors before kickoff next Thursday night is a really, really good goal. And you can get that by doing business host to post. I'm not going to tell you what mine says. People aren't going to tell you what theirs say, but you can make up your own and tweak it and see what works. I usually do like 3 or 4 with some verbiage, and I see if that works. And if it doesn't work, I do a few more with some different verbiage, and I see if that works. I do short, I do long, I do detailed, I do simple, and I just kind of see what works. And then once I find something that works for me, I use it for a few days, and then I switch it up again, because you don't want it to get boring with the Facebook algorithm. Okay. What is your question, Kira? Do only people that go to conference get that stuff? Which stuff are we talking about? If you answer that, I will answer that question for you. I also want to remind you guys, if you make an order under your personal account, and if you have a significant other's account as well, this counts, you'll get 2, whether it is an auto ship or an outside order that you don't move. Just kidding. I think you can probably move your order, right? Place an order. You can't move it. You have to keep it. PBV, you need PBV, that is. Okay, so if you place an auto ship order or you place a personal order and do not move it because you need that PBV to be accounted for your account, you have a special gift coming for your conference. I have no idea what it is. Just make sure you guys put an order in before the end of the month. And if you're needing to, that's what you're referring to. No, everybody gets that gift. Everybody in the whole company who places an order this month gets whatever gift they've been talking about. So you guys, that's what's working. Now, if you are, how many of you are just kind of feeling like you're just like, I don't know, like I kind of feel lost, like every day, like I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, I know a little bit about what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm like, do any of you feeling that way? You're just like, okay. So let's go over like your must do every single day, super basic list. Okay. Cause you have to have your 6 list every single day, and you have to complete it every single day, or you didn't do your job today, okay? The thing I love about this business is that it's 1,000% flexible, and you can do it when you want, how you want, where you want, with whom you want, but you have to do it if you want to make any money, okay? So people who work this business full time might do their 6 list 2, 3, 4 times a day. If you're working this an hour a day, you better work fast, okay? I think it's best to have like 2 hours a day to work this business, but you do you, okay? So what do we need to do every single day? And it took Mary Lisa Mary Lisa just reminded me of this in the chat. It took Cammie Pentecost 6 months to sponsor her first distributor. But you know who her first distributor was? Debbie and Dave Sasek. They're Ambassador Diamonds. Like, they're phenomenal. They've been with the company for, I think, 13 years now, something like that. So 6 months in, it took her 6 months to sign her first distributor. Most of you give up in 6 weeks, let alone 6 months, right? Like, so when you have new distributors that come in, just encourage them. Be like, listen, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You show up every single day for an hour minimum a day, and you will succeed. It's literally a mathematical, like it's a mathematical certainty. You will. Now, obviously we need to be doing things in that time to like grow ourselves and become better. You can't just like come in with like no friends base, or come in like being, I don't know, a hot mess and people don't like you, and then 6 months later be the same person and be like, why is nobody joining me? But I fully believe that you can't be in this business and not get better. I am a drastically different person than I was before starting with It Works 7 years ago. You guys, next year's my 7-year anniversary. How crazy is that? So you just show up to things like this, get filled up, hang around the right type of people, and you will get better. You will. It's guaranteed. Okay, now I was on a tangent. What was I talking about? 6 list. Okay, what are you doing every single day to grow your business? What are your must do before you go to bed? Okay, you must every single day post on your timeline. Okay? Try to do one. It doesn't have to be multiple times a day. You guys, this does not have to be 3 to 6 times a day. It can be once a day. I don't care. Post once a day. You have to post in your story. And I'm going to be real honest with you. You need to get your face in your story. Now, if you're like me and you like to cheat, I like to record my stuff in Snapchat with a pretty little filter. And then I like to transfer it over to Instagram and Facebook, because let's just be honest, everybody needs a little extra love on their face, like everybody. So that's me. I like to record on Snapchat, and then I post it on Instagram, I post it on Facebook. I'm hitting 3 platforms all at once. And we'll talk about TikTok here in just a second. But if you guys are recording a TikTok, take that. Use it now on 4 platforms. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. You are doing the action one time and you're hitting multiple platforms. That is making the best use of your time, okay? Doesn't take, like, you don't have to be like actively working on all of these platforms, like following and engaging in all those things, but you do need to be present. If you're not present, you're never going to sign anybody from anywhere, right? So just be present, okay? So you need to get your face there. So I don't care if it's you recording a video of yourself because you just had a crazy morning with your kids and you about killed them because you told them to put their shoes on 15 times and they weren't listening and you just want to scream. I don't care. People need to see your face. It's literally a way for them to connect with you, for them to relate to you, for them to get to know you, and people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if you're like, well, I'm not comfortable doing lives, that's okay. You got to do videos in your story. You don't have to go live on Facebook. I encourage it, but you don't have to do it. You're not going to not succeed in your business. You're not going to fail in your business because you don't do Facebook lives. Okay? If you do Facebook lives and you rock it and people love to see your stuff, like, you might get more enrollments. But that's different for everybody, okay? But you do need to put your face out there. You need to be genuinely you. People don't want to see a bunch of business slides and product slides all day long. They want to see you. So intermix it, okay? So get on there, share your story, then post some business slides. Make your coffee, make your celery, take your thermophyte, take your hair, skin, and nails, drink your collagen, whatever, and then put some slides after it, okay? Just make it personal. It'll be great. So how many of you are going to be brave and start doing videos? Even if it's with a Snapchat filter. Got to get out of your comfort zone and do it, okay? So we're posting on our social media platforms once daily minimum. We are posting on our stories multiple times daily and putting your face out there. We are expanding our network. You are adding people, you are following people, you are engaging with your platforms, okay? You're engaging in your stories, you're engaging on your timeline, you're liking, commenting. And the cool thing about engaging in people's stories is that if you've messaged them in the past and you engage in something in their story, it's gonna pop up into their messenger and they're gonna see what you messaged them last. And maybe they forgot about that. Or maybe they were just ignoring you and they weren't interested, but now they are, okay? So that's a really cool way to get connected to people. So you're adding to your network and you're building relationships. You are following up. You're following up with people that you have missed in the past. If you're like, I don't even know who to follow up with because I've lost conversations, go to your messenger and topic search keywords. HSN, Thermophyte, business, $99, $20, $59, opportunity, whatever the thing is, coffee. Go and topic search and find all those people that you missed and start writing their names down. Because if you don't sign them up, somebody will at some point in time, and it's not going to be you. So you want to be the first person that somebody talks to always, and you want to be the last person that they talk to. Because if you are constantly in their thought realm, they will sign up with you. You just need to be a friend and you need to be consistent. And you need to be doing personal development every single day. How many things did I give you guys? I said, posting on your story, posting on your wall, expanding your network, following up, personal development. What am I missing? I don't have my 6 list in front of me. Sorry, I'm real tired tonight, you guys. I'm doing my best. Somebody tell me what I'm missing, because I'm missing something. But personal development is huge. You guys have to be doing personal development every single day. Ask. Message. Thank you. Message. The biggest thing. If you do nothing else, send messages every single day. So do not go to bed until you've got 10 new host to post posted. If you're working this part-time. If y'all are trying to make $2,000 plus a month, you better be getting way more host posts out than that, okay? And if you're like, I can't handle 10 host to posts, start with 5. They're not all 5 going to blow up, I promise. And if they do, that's a good problem to have, okay? So just do it, and you know what? Like, this is what I've learned to do, because I've got a post right now that has 365 comments on it from the beginning of the month. And I'm like still working through those people. I think I'm about through all those people. But like, you guys, like, I'm not trying to stress about the fact that I haven't talked to every single one of them. I'm trying to do a good job and like be a good friend and have like conversations with them. But it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to respond. I have to go message 365 people before I go to bed tonight. No, I don't. No, I'm not recommending waiting 2 weeks like me. Like I have been responding to people in so many different ways and places. But the point is like you need to be in control of your environment. And if it stresses you out to like literally see 100 comments on a post and not be able to message them all at one time, you need to just like be like, okay, I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to go message 20 people. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go message 20 people. And then the next day, I'm going to go message 20 people. And you need to be able to do this without losing your mind. Because if you get too overwhelmed, you're just going to quit. I've seen it happen so many times. People who have, like, they're trying to talk like 1,000 people, and they're like, I can't do this, I quit. And I'm like, well, that's a good solution. Not so much. So anyway, don't do that. So message. Then just make that your goal. If you're brand new, 5 new hosts to post a day every single day. And then every day you're going back and you're boosting those old hosts to post. And you guys, we have a huge cash incentive. Everybody wants to enter that. And if they don't want to enter that, that's fine. You can ask them if they want to enter the next one and ask them if they want to enter the next one. It doesn't even matter. Okay. So I am really, really excited about what's coming for conference because, and let me just give you guys an idea. For those of you who are going to conference, this is for you. And for those of you who aren't going to conference, just sit tight for 1 second. For those of you going to conference, first of all, we're going to kick off with worship on Thursday night. But on Wednesday night, we're all going to be at the Marriott lobby right by the arena. And that's going to be like a meet and greet with all the VIPs. Show up if you want to like see Chad and Jeree, get your pictures taken, and don't be afraid to ask for photos. You guys, like I'm totally that girl. The first time I met Ashley Sinclair, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like stalking her. I was like standing kind of close to her in the buffet line, and I was like, I really want to ask her for a photo, but I was so scared. You guys, I was at like a top 100 like cocktail hour, and I was like afraid to ask Ashley for a picture. It was ridiculous. Don't be that person. Just be brave and be like, can I get a picture with you? And of course, she's like the sweetest person in the world. She was like, of course you get a picture with me. So anyway, so be that person that asks for pictures because you can get all these pictures and use this content for like the rest of the year for your social. And like, hi, these are amazing people. Like, and you get the opportunity to rub shoulders with them. So not only get ready to take a ton of pictures, have a question prepared. What question do you want to ask these people that you're going to be rubbing shoulders with? Don't just go to conference and just like expect to like absorb things through osmosis. Like go prepared. Like if you were to run into Black Diamonds, Joel and Stephanie Dunn, what's the one thing you would ask them? When you meet Chad and Jeree Kneller, what is the one thing you're going to ask them? Okay. Come with questions prepared. So Wednesday night, Marriott lobby, from 8 to 10, there's picture mingling. It's very loud. Drinks are expensive. Don't expect to have food there. Just come, make sure you eat before you come. Like, just prepare. Like, Marriott's crazy. But it'll be fun. You can meet some people and say hi and get some hugs. Thursday is kickoff. Friday is our white party. White and glow party. That's going to be super fun. And it's right on the water. So make sure that you bring a jacket because it can get a little breezy and a little cold. Might be warm, might be cold. I don't know. And then Saturday after conference, you're going to have some time to get together with your teams for dinner. And then from 7 to 9, we're going to do something as an entire Black Diamond team. We're going to meet up with Chad and Jeree and have some special time after conference. Next to worship, that's always my team's favorite part. They might go hand in hand. They're like equal. So make sure that you don't duck out early. If you're driving, stay. You can leave at 9 after it's over. And it's going to be amazing. But my biggest tip for you is to be present. You guys, this will be my 7th conference. I feel like a dinosaur telling you that. I literally have been in this business for like 12 years. Not really. I've been in this business for almost 7 years. But this will be my 7th conference. And my biggest tip is that you need to show up to everything. You're not going to sleep a lot, drink lots of water, take your supplements. You're going to need all the energy you can get, but just be present, be 1,000% present, and just show up expecting great things because the expectations that you walk in with is exactly what you're going to receive. If you walk in thinking this isn't going to change my business and I don't know why I'm here, and this is dumb, that's what you're going to get. Just go home right now. But if you walk in and you're like, this is going to change my life. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to have conversations that are going to change my life, change my business. You guys, like, that is what's going to happen. You are going to have a light bulb moment. You are going to see something. You're going to hear someone that's absolutely going to change everything for you. And you don't go to conference to sleep. I tell people all the time, I'm like, it's like being at a sorority. You're rooming with a bunch of girls. Everybody's having wine or some sort of cocktail. Your room's a mess. Nobody's sleeping. It's loud. And you don't get a lot of sleep. I mean, I'd say I average like 4 hours a night when I'm at conference, right? It's about right. Like enough to get us through the next day. But we all got dark circles. We got like our lash extensions on, so we look a little bit more awake. But like whatever, it's a blast. It is so much fun. Totally sleep deprived and like the most fun. It's a blast. So anyway, I have a couple of people that I need you guys to hear from tonight because they have some stories that you need to hear. And some of you have been around for a minute and you've heard their stories before. And some of you are brand new and you need to hear where they came from. So I want to introduce you first to Rachel Miller. Rachel, you got to well, let me see if I can unmute you. Hold on, let me find you. There you are. Okay. Where are you?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I just like stuffed my face. So anybody that saw that, I'm so sorry.
You're good. So you guys, Rachel has a phenomenal story and you just need to hear it. So Rachel, can you just tell everybody where you're from and how long you've been in the business and share your story because they need to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Rachel Miller. I'm 23 years old. I am a mama of almost a 3-year-old. She's 3 in like 7 days. I feel like I had her yesterday. And I've been in this business for almost 4 years. My first conference was in 2018. Yeah, 2018. Because I joined in 2016. I had a baby in 2017. And I missed that one, but I got the pay-per-view. And then 2018 was my first conference. And leading up to conference, I'm just gonna say, like, I was making more money in my fast start than I ever was in my commissions for the first 2 years of my business. It took me 9 months to go Ruby. I promoted while in labor. And after that, I wasn't the person I needed to be to lead a huge team. So God was working in me. A year later, when I went to conference, I promoted again. So leading up to conference, I just remember like having my paycheck went down. It was like $300. I had a fast start that paid out the Friday I got there, and it paid for my hotel. That's how broke I was. But like, if you tell me you're broke, I'm gonna say you cannot afford not to go, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this is why. So when I got there, you know, like I said, you don't sleep when you go to conference. And I was I'm a blue, so like I love to party. I will dance. If I have no energy in me, I will find it. And it's because like I love the environment and everybody around you. It's literally the environment pumps you up to the point where like you could fly. Like you could believe that you could fly. Like seriously, like the belief that people have in you, the belief that Mark has in us is insane. And I remember in 2018, he sat there, he did this whole speech, and he does it every year. He does like different speeches. And that year he said, someone asked him if when was enough going to be enough? And he sat there and he said, when the mom can go through the grocery store and not have to put anything back, or when the military family can come home full time, or just like different scenarios. And like I started bawling my eyes out because I'm like, he's still fighting for families like mine. And he has an island he paid for in cash. Okay, that thing was like expensive. He's got a boat, a ranch, like he's got everything he possibly could imagine. And he's still not done because there's more people that are living in debt. There's more people that are literally living less than paycheck to paycheck. And this is why uniforms, what? You can have it. Let it charge. It's like obsessed with things, and then she takes out the charger and it dies and whatever. Anyways, so scroll. What was I saying?
Mark's still fighting for us. And I like
Yes.
totally have chills over that because I
Yeah.
remember that. Like I remember like there's only a handful of his speeches that I remember. And that one I remember so vividly. And
Yeah.
like you said, like he's got an island, he has a ranch,
Yeah.
he has all of the things. Like he could have quit and retired and sold this company or passed it off to somebody else like years ago. He's set.
Oh my
He doesn't
gosh.
need
Yeah.
this. And he's still
And
fighting for us.
he's so led by God. I remember hearing how we came out with ketones and we were gonna like buy someone out or something that formulated these products or this line or this type of product, and he prayed about it, and literally like a month later the what's it called, the hype for the product went down, and God told him not to invest in that into that company. And like, to me, like, he prays over every seat before we walk into that conference room. He prays for every single person to open their eyes, open their minds, see what God has for them, what it's intended. And I mean, Mark alone, but Cindy, I mean, that woman, whew, she's like an angel sent from above. I freaking love her. She's the sweetest woman you'll ever meet, and they're so humble. For as rich as they are so freaking humble, and that's what I love about this company. And so anyway, so going into conference, I was broker than a joke, and it wasn't funny. I got my butt there, and I remember standing next to Mary Lisa the last day. He releases that there's a $5,000 bonus on Emerald, and guys, I'm like barely holding on to my ruby at that point. I remember I just had gotten it back, and I looked at her and we like had this like look in our eyes, like, are you ready? Are you ready? Because we're going. And we came out of conference in February. I went Emerald. I earned a $5,000 bonus. February, March, I went Diamond. And then the month after that, April, I went Double Diamond. I made my mom Emerald, and I earned another $5,000 bonus. So within 3 months, I went from $300 commissions paycheck to over, with bonuses, a $5,000 fast star bonuses, a $5,000 paycheck, plus a $10,000 bonus, because I went to conference, because of the mindset and the drive that I saw. Honestly, it was Mark's speech of like still having the fight for us, and it like put me to tears because I grew up broke. I grew up like hand me down Salvation Army. I got bullied for what I wore. Like, guys, I can attest and come from where I know what it is to be broke, and that's why I got so excited, and I still am to this day, about helping people not be broke, because it sucks to be broke. It sucks living less than paycheck to paycheck. It sucks going to the gas station and putting your last $5 in it because you have six and you need $1 for an emergency call. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been there and I understand what it is to be broke, and I will never in a day in my life be broke again. And I will fight to the death to not be. And I'll do whatever I can to be home with my baby girl and to, give her a life that I didn't have growing up. And my parents worked hard, don't get me wrong, but like, I had 3 jobs by the time I was 14. Like, I know what it is to struggle, and that's why this company can give you so many options. It can literally, do you understand that God's already called you to ambassador? Like, God has already put it. He's like, I got you, boo. Like, you're worth way more than 30,000, but we're gonna start there a month. Okay, so like, he already has called you to that point, but you have to step into it. You got to meet God halfway. And by getting to conference, by getting to this event, you're literally allowing God to step in and make mountains move, because you're not going to be able to do it without him. I can tell you that much. And you're not going to be able to do it without your team of just 100% on fire and determined that you know where you're going. Start speaking it, start proclaiming it, telling people where you're going. You may be making $0 right now, but guess what? I was making $300, and I was like, guys, I'm going to make a $5,000 bonus. I had no idea how I was going to do it. And I just started attracting the people that came into my business. I started attracting like-minded people that were as hungry as me not to be broke. And I'm telling you right now that your start date is now. Do not wait till conference. If you wait till conference, you're done. Like, you've already quit. So start now, hustle. It's New Year's or New Year, the new year, new me, new year. Like, people want to be healthy. People want to be skinny. People want to make money. Like, tax season is here. Like, don't spend people's money for them. Let them spend it. They can spend $1,000. They're okay. But yeah, so conference, no brainer. It's a non-negotiable. If you're not there, you're crazy. And if you're there, come say hi to me because I would love to talk to you.
Yes, it's so good. I can't wait to see you. 6 days. I get to see you. I'm so excited. You guys, like one of the things that like Rachel hit on earlier that I just want to I want to go over because I feel like this is really, really important is God's not going to promote you above where you're ready. So if you're not being responsible with the things that he's given you now, he cannot and he will not promote you to the next level because you are not ready. If you cannot daily do your 6 list and, you know, if you are an executive or higher, check in with your team and like do these things. Like if you can't be responsible at the rank that he's promoted you to, he's not going to promote you higher. If you can't be responsible with the money he's given you, he's not going to give you more. You got to learn. And trust me, like slowest learner in the book, like literally, you guys know me, like I'm a super slow learner and I've been through Dave Ramsey like 12 times and I still can't balance my budget every month. Like, listen, like this girl's got issues, but I'm learning and I'm trying to be a good steward of what he's given me and I'm trying to teach that to other people. And I know that when I can get my stuff together, that's when the promotions will come. That's when the advancement will come. That's when the influx of blessings will come. But I need to be faithful with what he's given me. So if you're like, why does she have all this? Or why does he have this going on? And I just don't. Like, don't look externally, look internally. Blinders on. That is my biggest recommendation. The comparison trap will paralyze you every time. It will keep you at a standstill because you're going to be looking left and right and you just need to keep your eyes forward. Okay. So I want you guys to hear from one other person tonight. And you guys, like, her story just inspires the heck out of me because she went from like getting her car repossessed to making 5 figures a month. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just love you. So Mary Lisa, hey.
Hi, I hate that you make me go after Rachel. That's my spunky double diamond. And I'm totally opposite. I'm like monotone, straight to the point. But hey, takes all types in this business, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so tell everyone your story. Well, tell everyone where you live, how long you've been in the business.
Okay, so I am in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. I joined this business March 7th, 2016. So I'll be celebrating 4 years soon. Super excited about that. And I actually joined a week before giving birth to my daughters. Do you want me to go like into my full journey or?
I just want you to share, like, you were in a rough place a couple years ago. Same conference that Rachel was at, 2018. Can you kind of just share where you were at before that conference?
Yeah, so being completely honest, like I was ready to quit. There was times where like I had said like forget this, like had a frustrating day, like I'm gonna quit, but like I never actually meant it. And I was like on the verge of okay, like I had promoted to diamond 5 months into the business. I sat there for almost 2 years and my check kept going down. Like 2017, I guess, was like a very tough year in the business for everyone. And I feel like it happened for a reason because those of us that are still here, like we're here because we went through that and we stuck it out. But it was rough. Like I had come into this so that I didn't have to go back to work after having my daughter. Like this was my only income. I initially came in to earn $1,000 a month to help with the bills, like pull my weight, help my husband, you know, maintain the household and all of that. And with the fluctuations, like I was just struggling. I kept falling behind on different bills, drowning in that, like going through crazy health issues. Like I was in the hospital for a while and then my kids were sick for what seemed like 3 months. It was like, I literally felt like I was going through hell. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like anything bad that could happen in my life, like it was happening. And it was always just like waking up to the next bad thing. I literally didn't want to talk to anybody. I was in a deep depression. Like I was in that hole of just, I I don't even know what to call it besides desperation and despair. Like negativity, just nothing's going to get better. Where's the next like consequence or negative action or whatever that I have to dig myself out of? And I felt like I had no support, didn't know what to do. And, you know, I didn't want to talk to anybody in the business, like my mentors or anything like that. So that's your first like realization that you need to do something when you are annoyed or don't want to talk to your mentors or your upline. Like that's when you know you actually have to. So let me just put that little side note in there. But should I just keep talking because I can talk like the whole time? Okay.
Yep.
So all of that was happening, and I hadn't paid my car note for like, I don't know, 2-3 months, and I don't know what I thought was gonna happen, but like I got a phone call that that they were out like looking for my car to repossess it. So I freaked out. Like that was just my moment where I was like, oh my God, like shit, they're gonna take my car. What am I gonna do? So I called my mom, like calling, like crying, sorry. And I'm not a crier, so you have to know like it was bad then if I'm crying. So I called my mom crying and was just like, oh my God, mom, like they're out looking for my car. I don't know what to do. Like I felt like a fugitive. Like I felt like I was gonna get arrested or something. Like I was freaking out. And my kids were like fevers and all that crap. I bundled them up like in their blankets, barefooted, threw them in the car, like was speeding to my mom's house to get money to make a deposit so that I could make a payment right away over the phone so that they would literally like not come and physically take my car away from me. And I remember just like stopping. And I'm not like a really religious person yet, like I'm still exploring that journey, but I felt like a higher power was speaking to me and was just like telling me like this is a mess, obviously, but like this is your moment where you need to realize like get your life together, girl. Like what are you doing? Literally everything was out of my control, and I'm a red green, so like when things are not in my control, like my anxiety is all over the place. But I literally had no control over anything, my finances, my emotional state, what was going on with my kids, like nothing. And this car thing was like, that's when you know that you're a slave to someone else. Like you never want to be in the position where you don't get to dictate what's happening in your environment because you owe somebody money. Like to me, that is like high anxiety, high stress. And I just felt so low in that moment, like having to take my children who are sick out into the cold just because I was like, I felt like a crazy person, honestly, to be honest. Like I wasn't myself. I was just all over the place freaking out. So from then on, I was like, you know what? This is it. This is my never again moment. Like I never want to feel like this. I never want to be acting like this crazy person that's not me because I'm freaking out because of something that I could have avoided if I had done XYZ, if I had worked my business, if I had reached out to somebody when I felt depressed, if I had tried something different, you know what I mean? So that was the moment I was like, okay, I guess I need to go to conference. Like I had already I've written it off. I was like, I'm not going. Like I can't afford it. You guys are crazy. Chad and Jeree wanted me to go. Jess Palusak, my presidential diamond, wanted me to go. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like my check was less than $300 last month. Like, how do you think I'm getting to conference? I'm not getting to conference. But in that moment, I decided to figure it out. I had already been trying to pay off my credit card. I think I put my conference ticket on my credit card. I don't even think that I decided to go or figured out everything to go until like the day of conference. So like my babysitter, my ride to the airport, all of that stuff, like Rachel helped me out with the kids until I could figure something else out. And literally like the morning of the day I had to catch my flight was when I pieced it all together. Like if you want to go, get your ticket, get your flight, everything else will fall into place. Like I don't know how, something magical about the will of wanting to get there. Like literally the same thing when you want to promote. Like if you tell yourself you're going to do it, orders start coming in, people who weren't working start working again. Like there's something magical. I don't know if it's this company or just manifestation or God or what it is, but things start happening, okay? So I get there, and I didn't go into this like thinking that, you know, I'm gonna quit, but obviously like I went there kind of with the mentality of show me something, like remind me why I started this business. Like, do you want to say something? You look like you want to say something.
I remember that conference, and I remember you showing up, and I didn't know you super well. Like, I met you on the cruise, a couple years ago, and I remember you showing up, and like you just had this look on your face, like, why am I here? Like, you were just in this place of like, I feel like I'm supposed to be excited and happy and joyful, but I don't know how to be. And it was like, it was just like you were just like you looked like you felt out of place. And I'm so glad that you went. Like, I'm just so glad you were there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm glad that I was there too for what came after it. But like, I mean, that's a fair judgment. Besides the fact that I always have like an RBF, like that was probably just a little more exaggerated that weekend because I am like an observational person. So I was probably just kind of like, okay, like taking it all in, like not really reacting until like the dark horse. And then the dark horse is kind of what sparked everything. And, Mark was just explaining what the dark horse is. If you don't know that video clip, like you need to watch it. But it's basically, you get knocked down 9 times. Are you going to get up the 10th? Are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep pushing through? Are you going to persevere? Like, are you going to keep your eye on your goals and what you wanted to accomplish in the first place? Or are you going to let certain things stop you? So that kind of just like pumped me up, obviously. So I went to conference like paid as executive. I had 3 people with me, I believe. Rachel, who's one of my double diamonds, Heather, who's one of my double diamonds, and Stephanie, who's one of my diamonds. And at the time, none of them were above a ruby. So we all came out of conference and I was just like, okay, it's go time. Like, this is when post to post was like starting to become a thing. I was like, I don't care, I'm going to try it. Like, let's see what happens. I learned how to do it the day before I left. And that same month, because conference, I don't remember, like it was at a different time or something. Or was it at the same weekend? I don't remember.
It was the same weekend.
Okay, well then I'm making things
around
up.
the same. Was that your first conference?
No.
There was one a few years ago, like 4 years ago, that was mid-January.
Okay, so maybe that was 2017. So this was obviously end of January, beginning of February. February, I got my diamond back, so super excited. It had been like a long time since I was paid as diamond, okay? And, I start seeing my paycheck going up and going up. Everyone's pumped. Everyone's working together. Like, we all got each other. We're all, like, excited, keeping each other in check. Like, hey, what's working for you? What's going on? What do you need help with? And the month after that is when I promoted to double. And then that was March. And then it took me a few more months. August of 2018 is when I promoted to triple. And I went from conference, $300, right? Got paid less than $300 to August, getting my first check that was over $10,000 for 1 month. And I was like, what? I got super excited, obviously. Like, the year before, I had to get a part-time job, a seasonal job, because of, the things going on in the business, me not working it and whatnot. And so I got a part-time job at Kohl's during the seasonal season. And my entire pay for that year was like a little over $14,000. My entire pay for the whole year. And then I literally had just almost made that in 1 month. Like, my mind was blown. I was like, this is what I was waiting for, right? I have arrived.
That's awesome. You guys, this is what you're fighting for. So many of you on this Zoom, like, you're like, that's me. Like, you relate to Mary Lisa, you relate to Rachel. You're like, I can't pay my bills. I'm totally scared my car is going to get repoed. Like, I'm fighting with my spouse about finances. I have to work X amount of jobs to, provide for my kids. Like, whatever your thing is, like, you're struggling. But you need to remember you are not alone. That is the normal these days. And people get online and they make their life look like they've got everything together. Perfect marriage, designer clothes, nice car. You guys, just about everybody I talk to, probably a solid 95% can't afford $99 to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is broke, and that's what we're fighting.
Because their house broke and car broke. That's why.
Exactly. So it's like, why don't we stop pretending like you're the only one struggling? You joined this business for a reason. You need to be loud about why you joined. Jade Hooper comes to mind, you guys. If you don't follow her, she's freaking amazing. And the thing I love about Jade is she is so real and raw. And she talks about when she had to hang up sheets in her living room to keep heat in her house for her little boy because they couldn't pay their electric bill. Like, Mary Lisa, I know you've been there. Like, you know why she signed so many distributors? Because people can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
That is people's reality. So before you guys go to bed tonight, you're not going to conference, get a ticket. I would love to see you there. But you guys go get some business host to post out.
Yeah,
everybody deserves to know about this. What were you going to say?
I just wanted to say something. Like, obviously we have these stories, and like getting to conference is a huge part of it, but what you do when you get back is going to determine like where you're going to go. Obviously we didn't just go to conference and we're like, yes, we're going to do this, and then like waited to see what was going to happen. No, we got to work. Like, I worked more than I ever remember working because I was so excited and I wanted it so bad. So like, if you are having difficulties with enrolling, maybe you need to up the amount of people that you're talking to. If you are talking to like 100, 200 people a day, maybe it's something that you're saying, like get connected with your sponsor or someone above them, diamond and above leaders, see how they can help you tweak your conversations. But you can't just go and then sit back and be like, all right, where's my $10,000? Like, you got to get to work, okay?
Yes, absolutely. You have to make the decision that it's going to happen, and then your action steps have to match your mindset. So those affirmations, you guys, are going to be so important for you every single day. And when you are getting up, and if you're not doing affirmations, do them daily. But your affirmations should be in direct correlation to what is your goal by the end of this 90 days, the end of March, March 31st, March 30th. Don't wait till the 31st to promote. That's just not smart. 30th, March 30th. What is your goal March 30th? And your affirmations every single day should be an action statement. I am action word to get to your goal. I am recruiting. I am inspiring. I am helping. I am ing word, insert here. That is your affirmation. And that needs to be in direct correlation to what that goal is by the end of March. So take everything else off the table. Talk to your family about the importance of this 90 days. Talk to them about the fact that you're going to need some help with laundry and dishes, and your house is not going to be as clean. Like, talk to them about the fact that you might be doing pizza night more than once a week, right? Have this conversation. Teach your kids to do their own laundry, like whatever it is. But talk to them about it and get them on board, because you know what? When you succeed in your business, your entire family wins. And if your significant other is like me and a Debbie Downer or whatever, well, you need to go lock yourself in a closet. Go lock him in a closet. That'd be my recommendation. But anyway, do something, because you have to remove yourself from the negativity, because that negativity will totally take you out of the game if you let it. It's all about your mindset. But you guys, don't forget what we're fighting for. You guys are fighting for your families. And I want you to think about how maybe desperate you are right now. And then go imagine that every single person on your Facebook list, or your Instagram is just as desperate as you are. I don't care how pretty their life looks. Go talk to them like they are in your shoes. And when you can relate to people like that, you better believe people are going to be joining your team, because you're going to be real about your struggles. And when you can be real, people are going to want to join you. So thanks for joining us tonight. I cannot wait to see you guys at conference. Come give me a hug, take a picture, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.